Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Super Breakdown. Today we'll be looking at the XVM-ZGC Zeydra, piloted by Zeheart Galette himself. Zeydra's pretty cool. Coming off the Farsia, and yes, I should state that I made a mistake, called it the Fawn Farsia. It's definitely just the regular Farsia. Fawn Farsia is a different suit entirely. Coming off the Farsia, the Zeydra was like a breath of fresh air. It does have some strange modes to it, but I like it quite a bit. Basic shot, charge shot, just exactly what you would expect. Does pretty decent damage. You have the Gatling here, which does pretty good damage. You can charge it as well, and also get the basic shot. You have the Garobi, which is just a short Garobi, but pretty quick to reload as well. Standard melee. You have back melee. Pretty good, gives you a stun. Very good to combo into the Garobi. Then you have side melee, which is pretty good. Breaker in right there. And then finally you have forward melee. Right there. You also have some other weird, interesting things. Such as if you charge the Gatling with melee, then you'll do a melee attack that you can combo out of in some really cool ways. The Striker also fires the Garobi. And then you have this mode, which is like a hyper mode, an X-Rounder mode, I guess, that allows you to do a little bit more damage and gives you, not only refills the charge on your Garobi, but gives you a second Garobi as well for the duration of the mode. As far as I can tell, your burst is the same no matter which mode you're in. But your burst is pretty cool as well. And it puts you back into this mode. So even after the mode has just finished, you can go right back into it, cancel in, get another Garobi, get another 2 Garobis, and be able to really just deal a bunch of damage very quickly using your burst, even if you miss with it. Which gives the Zeydra some fun utility that most of the time you don't get to see with suits in this game. So then, of course, we ask the question, should you use and should you buy Zeydra? I don't know that it brings enough new to the table to be worth the $5 asking price. I think the Zeydra's a lot of fun to play around with, and I really enjoy my time with the Zeydra. But the Zeydra is still DLC. It is still $5. And as cool as the utility is that it does have, I don't know that that's quite worth it. If you buy all the DLC anyway, if you don't mind spending $5 for it, then yeah, the Zeydra's a lot of fun to play around with. As far as 400s go, it's one of the more fun in my opinion. Having Garobis just all over the place, I guess you could say, is really nice. Being able to just constantly utilize them, activate a mode and get another one, get another 2, I guess I should say. This mode also gives you a small eye field. It's not amazing, but it does the job. Take that out. There we go. Your melee does a little bit more damage in this mode, but it does not change. Make sure to practice that just to be safe. And if you do not use your second Garobi charge before you lose your mode, then it's just gone. You don't get it back. That's the way it is. I think if you're looking at short-range suits, the Zeydra's a lot of fun. It has a Char kick. I mean, what more could you ask for, you know? But when it comes to mid-range, the Garobi is fine. It would be too strong if I could arc it, but if I could arc it, its mid-range game would be a little bit better. Because the Gatling has just a short, little 10-round shot. I think if you could just hold the Gatling like you can with a Hyzak, I think it would be okay. But just not amazing damage-wise for the distance that it can cover. And then long range, all it has is the Garobi. But the short range game is where you really need to be playing with the Zeydra. You can do a really interesting little move here if you hit with this, which I did not. Is this. First out of it. You can hit with the charge melee and then immediately sidestep and do a full side melee, which does quite a bit of damage. Alternatively, you can also just hit with a side melee. With all that said, I have been Trey. This has been the Full Spectrum. And remember to always enjoy the full spectrum that the Zeydra has to offer.